Blockchain Brawlers is the rowdiest game in the metaverse.
Woo! Woo!
Woo! Woo! Woo! Woo!
Come on now, we all know what this video is going to be about, so let's just get right into it. A few days ago, we got this new Medium article from the team. There definitely is a lot to go over in this Medium article, but I thought I'd go over my opinion on it and the bits and pieces that I found most important. So a thing that struck to me as really important in this article is they were talking about, they said, we have only sold our limit of 750 standard brawler packs and auctioned 200 one-of-one legendary brawler NFTs. We will soon release another 100 Ric Flair brawlers, bringing the number of day one players to 1,050. Now you may be thinking, for a game with this much hype, that's like a really tiny player base. And it definitely is, you know, it definitely has a really small player base, but they're doing it for a reason, right? A lot of games start off with like really massive pack sales where they send out so much material. And what that does, honestly, is it just floods the market and it oversaturates it. And it makes it so the community is not what drives the secondary market, it's strictly the team. What they're trying to do for Blockchain Brawlers is they're trying to keep a really small player base in the beginning. And what happens is these 1,050 players are able to craft new brawlers and gear to increase the player base from the players itself. Now, in my opinion, that's actually really cool. I think that makes the secondary market way more fun, and it makes being one of those first 1,050 players so exciting. It feels like you're almost like part of the team. You're growing the player base yourself. As you're playing, you're crafting new people, and you're able to sell them on the secondary market. You can even give them to your friends and increase the player base. I think that'll definitely be really good for the secondary market, and that's honestly what's really important for a lot of players in a lively community. Having a secondary market that's really strong, and having this method of launching, I think it's actually genius. Now, I myself and lots of other people have definitely had a lot of questions about their crafting system and how it's all going to work in the game. They did put that to rest in this new article here. They said right here, any person can craft any item in the game except for a legendary brawler, meaning you will be able to craft common, uncommon, and rare brawlers just from playing the game. As well as brawlers, you'll be able to craft gear and you'll be able to craft rings as well. Crafting only involves two things, and that is owning the brawl token and gold NFTs from the game. These are both earnable through playing the game or obviously on the secondary market where people are going to be listing them. The brawl token will be on Alcor Exchange, and the gold obviously will be on the secondary market, Atomic Hub, etc. What I definitely thought was really cool and definitely a highlighting point for this was the way you obtain gold and the way you obtain brawl token. It's not necessarily you gain the best legendaries, you gain the best legendary gear, and that's all you need, and then you get the most brawl tokens, the most gold. It's a little bit different than that. How they arranged it is so legendaries and rares, uncommons, they all have a set amount of brawl tokens, and obviously legendaries have the most amount of brawl tokens they'll get from matches, but legendaries aren't what get the most gold NFTs. They actually made it so common brawlers get the most NFTs, and it's about a 2-to-1 ratio, so they're getting double the gold. Personally, I think this is definitely really cool. It makes it so, you know, the meta isn't just collecting legendaries and the rest of the market's just kind of took a dump on. It really does make it so there definitely is a need for everything. You're going to want your common brawlers, you're going to want your legendary brawlers, so you have the most amount of gold you're getting in matches, and you're getting the most amount of brawl token you get from matches. Now, they do say gold is the only thing that is an RNG drop rate, but you're getting a higher percentage chance with common versus legendaries. Now, they didn't publish exactly how much for the recipes for brawl tokens and gold NFTs, but since we're all figuring out at the same time on the launch day, it's all even for everyone. You really can tell they put a lot of thought into this game's economy and how it's going to work, because they make sure everything has its own purpose in place, and even on the launch day, they're making sure it's player reliant to build a community. Honestly, in my opinion, this game's going to probably have one of the strongest launches, and it's going to continue to go up and up and up for a while. One notable thing that I really did like, and I caught in the Telegram, was when you craft a new brawler by combining your standard brawler with the skin, you get a new mint number of what becomes a more limited edition brawler. Now, skins definitely aren't necessary in the game because they really don't do much, but I mean, you play Fortnite, you play COD, you play any of these games and you have skins and you just like the way it looks, you like the way it feels. If you're playing a game all day, might as well look sick while you're doing it. But one difference between playing games like that and playing this is you literally get separate mint numbers from combining skins with characters. I think, honestly, in my opinion, that is absolutely sick. If you're trying to build a community that's really into the game, you're going to want people who are proud of their mint numbers and proud of their characters. I could definitely see a lot of people combining their skins with their characters, getting new mint numbers, and definitely putting them as their profile pictures for sure. Another notable thing I did see in Telegram was an announcement saying, the day one release is similar to Farmer's World, which we consider a beta release. It'll be way more polished than similar games, but gameplay is similar in nature. From there, we plan to add PvP and other features to continue growing gameplay. So until those features start to be added, our team considers it only beta and not a finished product. So there are definitely long-term plans to operate the game for a long time. So the game you get on day one is not at all the game you're getting in long term. I'm assuming that means player versus player won't be right off the bat and they're going to be added later after, but there'll probably be a lot of really cool functions where you're able to gain Brawl token and gain gold right off the rip. I'm just assuming there's not going to be scoreboards, you're able to get a belt right away. I did see in Telegram that the launch date is planned for late March for the project. There's a few things he said that could push it towards April, but March to April is about the time of the launch date's going to be. One thing I thought I'd go over is what they put together here. It's kind of like a little chart of some sorts of how the game works, and if you don't understand the game, this could be really helpful. It makes it really easy. It says right here that players need at least one brawler and one ring to start wrestling. You can get brawlers in the uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary form. The rarer your brawler, obviously the more brawl tokens you'll earn. The higher the rarity of your ring, it says the more amount of brawlers to be allowed in your ring at once. You can also equip your brawler with gear, brass knuckles basically, steel chairs, and bats and all sorts of different things. And you can make it so your brawler token bonus is way higher. After each brawler match, your brawler takes at least 60 minutes to recover before going back in the ring and starting up another match. It's really cool in my opinion. At the end of each match, it's RNG to see how much gold NFTs you got, so it's going to be really exciting. Your post-match to see, oh my god, how much did I get, you know? So one thing I actually didn't know, which is cool that it shows here, is that your weapon that you can pair with, let's say, a common brawler will also increase your gold NFT. So it's not just the common brawler, it's if you pair it with the weapon as well. At the end of each matches, you're able to use your brawl and your gold to heal your wrestlers after matches, or to craft enhanced rings, stronger brawlers, and more outrageous gear. I really like how well put together this is. You know, if someone doesn't understand the game and they're new to it, this is definitely really easy entrance to it. That basically sums up the video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was informative to you. Hope you learned something and maybe you're more interested in blockchain brawlers now, you know? If you liked the video, leave a comment. Tell me what you thought about it. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our new updates and posts. Till next time, guys. Peace out.